The weight of your financial reality. Have you ever noticed how thinking about money feels heavy? Like there's a weight pressing on your chest, a density in your body, a quality of thickness in the air around you when you look at your bank account or think about your bills. That heaviness isn't random. It's not just stress or anxiety. It's an actual energetic frequency, a specific vibration that you're holding in your field. And here's what changes everything. Heaviness is the frequency of scarcity. As long as you're carrying that heavy energy around money, you're literally broadcasting a signal that repels abundance. But what if I told you that you could shift from heavy to light instantly, and in that shift, completely change what shows up in your financial reality? Let me explain what I mean by heaviness as a frequency. Everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency, including your thoughts, emotions, and the energy you hold in your body. Scarcity has a frequency, and that frequency feels heavy, dense, contracted, slow. Abundance also has a frequency, and that frequency feels light, expansive, open, fast. When you're experiencing financial struggle, you're not just dealing with the practical reality of limited resources. You're holding the energetic frequency of heaviness in your entire being. This heaviness has a physical component. Your body literally feels weighted down. Your shoulders slump. Your chest collapses. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your movements slow. It's like you're carrying an invisible burden everywhere you go. And you're carrying the energetic weight of scarcity consciousness. This isn't metaphorical. This is actual density in your energy field that other people can feel and that the quantum field responds to. The heaviness also has an emotional component. When you think about money from this heavy frequency, you feel dread, worry, anxiety, shame, or desperation. These emotions have mass. They have weight. They create density in your field. And this density acts like a magnet for more heaviness, more struggle, more scarcity. Like in the quantum field. Heavy attracts heavy. Dense attracts dense. Here's what most people don't realize. You're not heavy because you don't have money. You don't have money because you're heavy. The heaviness came first. It's the frequency you're broadcasting that's creating your financial reality, not the other way around. This is crucial to understand because it means you have the power to shift your financial reality by shifting your frequency from heavy to light, regardless of your current circumstances. Think about wealthy people you know or have observed. There's a quality of lightness to them. Not in the sense of not taking things seriously, but in their energy. They move through the world with ease. They laugh easily. They don't carry the weight of financial worry. Their energy is light, spacious, open. This isn't because they have money. This lightness is what allowed them to create and attract money in the first place. The abundance frequency is a light frequency. Most people have it backwards. They think once they have money, they'll feel lighter. But it doesn't work that way. You have to become light first, and then money flows to match that lighter frequency. This is one of the most important principles of energetic wealth creation, and it's why so many people stay stuck despite working hard and doing all the right strategies. They're trying to create abundance from the heavy frequency of scarcity, and it's like trying to fly while carrying bricks. The good news is that you can shift from heavy to light instantly. Not gradually over months or years of work. Instantly. In a single breath. In a single moment of awareness and choice. Because frequency shifts happen at the speed of consciousness. The moment you become aware that you're carrying heaviness and make the choice to release it, your frequency can shift immediately. And when your frequency shifts, your reality begins to reorganize to match the new frequency. Understanding money density. Let's go deeper into what I call money density, the specific quality of heaviness that accumulates in your energy field around finances. Money density is created through years of financial stress, worry, trauma, and conditioning. Every time you experienced lack as a child, your field recorded that as density. Every time your parents fought about money, density accumulated. Every bill you couldn't pay, every rejection, every moment of financial fear added more density to your field. Over time, this density becomes so familiar that you don't even notice it anymore. It's just your normal state. You wake up with it, move through your day with it, go to sleep with it. It's like carrying a 100-pound backpack everywhere but forgetting it's there because you've worn it so long. Except this backpack isn't physical, it's energetic. And it's broadcasting a frequency that says, I'm heavy, I'm burdened, I'm struggling, which causes the universe to deliver experiences that match that frequency. Money density has layers. The surface layer is the obvious stress and anxiety you feel about your current financial situation. But beneath that are deeper layers: childhood programming, ancestral patterns, collective consciousness beliefs about money being hard or scarce. All of this creates a multi-layered density in your field that can feel almost impossible to shift because you don't even know it's there. You think it's just who you are, or how life is. This density affects everything about how you relate to money. It affects how you price your services. You can't charge what you're worth because the heaviness makes you feel unworthy. It affects how you receive money. Even when money comes in, the density in your field makes it hard to hold onto it or enjoy it. It affects how you think about money. Every financial thought gets filtered through this dense, heavy lens, which distorts your perception and keeps you focused on lack rather than possibility. Money density also affects your physical health. Carrying this energetic weight exhausts your system. It keeps your nervous system in a constant state of activation. It depletes your vitality. People with high money density often struggle with fatigue, low energy, and stress-related health issues. This makes sense. Your body is literally carrying the weight of your financial consciousness, and that weight is heavy. The density also creates a barrier between you and abundance. Imagine abundance as a light, high-frequency energy trying to reach you. But between you and that abundance is a thick, dense fog of scarcity consciousness. The abundance is there, available, but it can't penetrate the density. It's not that you're unworthy of abundance or that the universe is withholding it. It's that you've got so much density in your field that abundance can't get through. The signal can't reach you through all that static. Here's something fascinating. You can often feel other people's money density. When you're around someone who carries a lot of financial heaviness, you can feel it. Their energy feels contracted, burdened, heavy. It's not necessarily that they're complaining about money. It's just emanating from their field. Conversely, when you're around someone with a light money frequency, you can feel that too. Their energy feels expansive, easy, abundant. You feel lighter just being near them. This is important because it means other people feel your money density too. When you show up to a sales conversation or a networking event or a job interview carrying heavy money density, people feel it. They might not consciously know what they're feeling, but they sense the heaviness, and it affects how they respond to you. They're less likely to hire you, buy from you, or invest in you because the heavy frequency doesn't inspire confidence or trust. Understanding money density helps you realize that shifting your financial reality isn't just about changing your thoughts or taking different actions. It's about clearing the density from your field so that you can finally vibrate at the frequency of abundance. And clearing density is possible. It's not just possible. It can happen quickly when you know how to work with energy. The physics of heaviness versus lightness. Let's talk about the actual physics of why heaviness repels money and lightness attracts it. In quantum physics, everything is vibration. Lower, denser vibrations move slowly and attract similar slow, dense vibrations. Higher, lighter vibrations move quickly and attract similar fast, light vibrations. Money, when it's flowing freely, is a high-frequency, fast-moving energy. It flows toward lightness and gets stuck in heaviness. Think about water. Water flows easily downhill, through open channels, toward receptive spaces. But if you try to force water through dense, compacted soil, it struggles to move. It either pools on the surface or takes forever to penetrate. Money works the same way energetically. When your field is light and open, money flows to you easily. When your field is heavy and dense, money struggles to reach you. It's not personal. It's physics. Heaviness is a low-frequency state characterized by contraction, fear, and resistance. When you're in heaviness around money, your entire energy field contracts. You become smaller, tighter, more closed off. In this contracted state, you literally have less capacity to receive. It's like trying to fill a bottle that's almost completely closed. The abundance is there, trying to pour in, but there's no opening for it to enter. Lightness is a high-frequency state characterized by expansion, trust, and flow. When you're in lightness around money, your entire energy field expands. You become more spacious, more open, more receptive. In this expanded state, you have massive capacity to receive. You're like a wide-open vessel that abundance can pour into freely. This is why the same person can experience completely different financial results by simply shifting from heavy to light. The frequency of heaviness also affects your decision-making and actions. When you're heavy, you make decisions from fear, scarcity, and limitation. You play small. You hesitate. You second-guess yourself. You miss opportunities because you're too weighed down to see them or move toward them quickly. Your actions, even when you're working hard, are slow, effortful, and resistant. You're pushing against the heaviness, which creates more struggle. The frequency of lightness transforms your decision-making and actions. When you're light, you make decisions from trust, abundance, and possibility. You play bigger. You move confidently. You trust yourself. You see opportunities clearly and move toward them with ease. Your actions flow naturally, effortlessly. You're not pushing, you're being pulled by inspiration and alignment. Everything becomes easier because you're working with the natural flow of energy rather than against it. Here's another layer. Heaviness is magnetic to problems and drama. When you're carrying heavy energy around money, you tend to attract situations that match that frequency. Unexpected expenses, financial setbacks, clients who don't pay, opportunities that fall through. Not because the universe is punishing you, but because your heavy frequency is magnetizing experiences that validate and reinforce that heaviness. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy at the quantum level. Lightness is magnetic to solutions and miracles. When you're holding light energy around money, you tend to attract situations that match that frequency. Unexpected income, financial windfalls, clients who pay easily, opportunities that align perfectly. Again, not because you're lucky, but because your light frequency is magnetizing experiences that validate and reinforce that lightness. Same quantum principle, opposite outcome. This is why two people can implement the same business strategy and get completely different results. One is implementing it from a heavy frequency, fear, scarcity, desperation. The other is implementing it from a light frequency, trust, abundance, joy. Same strategy, different frequency, completely different results. The strategy matters, but the frequency matters more. The most powerful thing about understanding this physics is that it puts you back in control. You're not a victim of circumstances. You're not at the mercy of the economy, or your background, or your current bank account. You're a vibrational being who can shift your frequency from heavy to light at any moment, and in that shift, change what you attract and create. The instant energetic shift. Now let's talk about how to actually shift from heavy to light instantly. Because understanding the theory is one thing, but being able to shift your frequency in real time when you notice heaviness is what creates lasting transformation. The first step is awareness. You can't shift what you're not aware of. So throughout your day, start noticing when you feel heavy around money. What does it feel like in your body? Where do you feel it? What situations trigger it? Once you notice the heaviness, the second step is to pause. Don't try to push through it or ignore it. Don't judge yourself for feeling heavy. Just pause and acknowledge that you're in a heavy frequency. This simple act of awareness already begins to shift your frequency because you're bringing consciousness to what was unconscious. You're stepping back from the heaviness rather than being consumed by it. The third step is the breath. Take 3 deep, intentional breaths. Not shallow chest breathing, but deep belly breathing that fills your entire torso. As you exhale, imagine releasing the heaviness from your body and field. Literally visualize it flowing out of you like dark, thick smoke leaving your system. Breathing has the power to shift your nervous system state, and your nervous system state directly affects your energetic frequency. This alone can create a noticeable lightening. The fourth step is energetic release. Once you've breathed and created some space, consciously choose to release the heavy energy. You can say out loud or silently, "I release this heaviness. It's not mine to carry. I let it go." Place your hand on your heart or solar plexus and imagine physically lifting the weight off your chest. Some people find it helpful to make a physical gesture of release, brushing their hands down their body as if removing the density, or shaking their arms and legs to discharge the heavy energy. The fifth step is the frequency upgrade. You've released the heaviness, now you need to consciously choose lightness. This isn't about forcing positivity or pretending everything is fine. It's about genuinely shifting your frequency to a lighter state. Think about something that makes you feel genuinely light and joyful. Maybe your child's laugh, maybe a beautiful sunset, maybe a moment of unexpected kindness. Feel that lightness in your body. Let it expand through your chest, your belly, your entire field. Another powerful technique is what I call frequency embodiment. Stand up if you can. Shake out your body. Jump a few times. Move your body in ways that feel light, playful, free. Dance if you want to. Your body and your energy are connected. When you move your body in a light, free way, your energy shifts to match. This is somatic frequency shifting, and it's incredibly effective because it bypasses the mind and works directly with your energetic system. You can also use sound to shift from heavy to light. Humming, toning, or singing at a higher pitch naturally raises your frequency. The vibration of sound moves through your body and field, breaking up density and creating space for lighter energy. Even just sighing deeply and audibly can release heaviness and invite lightness. Don't underestimate the power of sound to shift energy. It's one of the most ancient and effective methods. Gratitude is another instant frequency shifter. When you're in heaviness, you're focused on lack. When you shift into genuine gratitude, you're focusing on abundance, and that immediately lightens your frequency. Think of 3 things you're genuinely grateful for right now. Don't pick big, impressive things. Pick simple, real things. The fact that you're breathing. The sunlight coming through the window. The coffee you drank this morning. Feel the gratitude in your body. Notice how it feels lighter than worry. The key to all of these techniques is practice. The first few times, shifting from heavy to light might feel effortful or temporary. Your system is used to heaviness. It's familiar. But the more you practice consciously shifting, the easier it becomes. Your nervous system learns that it's safe to be light. Your energy field gets used to holding a higher frequency. And eventually, lightness becomes your new baseline rather than something you have to work to achieve. Living in the abundance frequency. Once you've learned to shift from heavy to light, the practice becomes integrating lightness as your default frequency. This is what I call living in the abundance frequency. Maintaining a baseline state of energetic lightness regardless of your external circumstances. This doesn't mean you never feel heavy or that you're always happy. It means that lightness is your home base, the state you naturally return to, the frequency you predominantly broadcast. Living in the abundance frequency requires vigilance, especially at first. Your old patterns will try to pull you back into heaviness. Something will trigger you, a bill, a low bank balance, a client who ghosts you, and the familiar heaviness will try to settle back in. This is where your practice matters. The moment you notice the heaviness returning, you use the tools you've learned to shift back to lightness. Over and over. Until lightness becomes more automatic than heaviness. One of the most powerful practices is starting your day in the abundance frequency. Before you check your phone, before you look at your bank account, before you do anything, you consciously cultivate lightness. You breathe deeply. You feel into gratitude. You set an intention to hold a light frequency throughout the day. You're essentially tuning yourself to the abundance channel before the world has a chance to pull you into the scarcity channel. This morning practice sets the energetic tone for your entire day. Another crucial practice is energetic boundary setting. Some people, situations, and content are frequency drainers. They pull you into heaviness. Other people, situations, and content are frequency lifters. They support you in staying light. Living in the abundance frequency means being ruthless about protecting your energy. Spending less time with people who carry heavy money density. Consuming less content that focuses on scarcity and fear. Creating more space for what naturally lightens and uplifts you. You'll also notice that as you maintain the abundance frequency consistently, your entire life begins to reorganize. Opportunities show up more easily. Money flows more consistently. People respond to you differently. Things that used to be hard become effortless. This isn't magic, it's energetics. You're broadcasting a different signal, and reality is responding to that signal. You're magnetizing experiences that match your light frequency rather than your old heavy frequency. One profound shift that happens is that you stop needing external circumstances to change before you feel abundant. Most people wait for money to show up so they can feel light and abundant. But when you're living in the abundance frequency, you feel abundant first, regardless of your bank account. You've decoupled your energetic state from your external conditions. This is true freedom, and ironically, it's also when money starts flowing most easily because you're no longer in desperate, heavy need of it. Living in the abundance frequency also changes how you take action. Your actions become inspired rather than desperate, joyful rather than burdensome, light rather than heavy, and the results of light frequency action are exponentially greater than the results of heavy frequency action. You accomplish more with less effort because you're aligned with the natural flow of abundance rather than pushing against resistance. Perhaps most importantly, you discover that lightness isn't something you achieve or attain. It's your natural state, the frequency you were born with before you accumulated all the conditioning and density. Shifting from heavy to light isn't about becoming something you're not. It's about returning to what you've always been underneath all the accumulated weight. It's about remembering that abundance is light, and you are capable of being light. So here's your practice. Right now, in this moment, notice if there's any heaviness in your body or field around money. If there is, use the tools you've learned. Breathe. Release. Choose lightness. Feel it in your body. And commit to this practice, not just once, but throughout your day, every day. Because every moment you spend in the abundance frequency is a moment you're broadcasting a signal that attracts abundance. Every moment of lightness is rewiring your system and reorganizing your reality. This is how you transform your financial reality from the inside out. Not by working harder or learning more strategies, but by shifting your frequency from heavy to light and living from that lighter state. The abundance you seek is already seeking you. You just need to be light enough to let it in.